We're here to glorify Prabhupada's books. No one wants in the book today. Okay, that was Douglas Holland, and that recording, it will be available in December for everybody's transcendental pleasure. Title Anew. Okay.
You're ever well-wisher.
You're ever well-wisher, Srila Prabhupada. So now is the, what many of us came here for this particular reason, but it's actually glorification of Prabhupada in any way you look at it, is that there will be a marriage ceremony right now we're going to perform on the strength of our spiritual master and the disciple session of the Prabhupada, Lord Krishna. This is an authorized marriage in the true religious sense. And we'll be sitting over here, and this is called a fire sacrifice. It helps create the right atmosphere. It's very authorized in the Vedic scriptures. So the devotees, Brahmabhuta Prabhu and Mother Vani, they've come together in Krishna consciousness, and it's our belief that by their union and marriage, that this will help them grow spiritually by helping each other in this particular activity of this marriage here. So it's a very auspicious activity, and we'll start right away. So please participate with us by enjoying the ceremony, and then later on we'll be having more activities and chanting. This system of marriage is nothing new. It goes back actually not thousands of years, but millions of years. The Vedic civilization is the original civilization, and the process of marriage that we're about to perform here is not it's something that goes back eternally in this material world. So I'm going to say some particular prayers for purification, and the devotees can repeat after me. Om Apavitra Pavatro Va Savavastam Gato Diva Ya Smared Pundarikaksham Sa Daya Dayantara Suchi Shri Vishnu Shri Vishnu Shri Vishnu Om Apavitra Pavitra Va Savastam Gato Diva Ya Smaret Pundarikaksham Sa Vaya Vayantara Suchi Shri Vishnu Shri Vishnu Shri Vishnu Om Apavitra Yatro Va Savastam Gato Diva Ya Smaret Pundarikaksham Sa Maya Bayantara Suchi Shri Vishnu Shri Vishnu Shri Vishnu Vande Shri Guru Shri Yuta Pada Kamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavam Cha Shri Rupam Sagajatam Saha Gana Brahmatambitam Tam Sa Jivam Sadvaitam Sadvarutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Saha Gana Lalita Shri Vishakam Vitams Cha. So Prabhupada says in the book I'm reading here, this evening we're going to hold a marriage ceremony for our students. The Krishna conscious movement is to understand, to always bear in mind, to always be in consciousness that we are eternally related to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So the process is to utilize this human form of life for elevating oneself to the highest perfectional stage. There is evolution of life from the lowest animal in the water and up to the highest platform or highest planetary system, where the duration of life is many, many millions of years. The highest planetary system is called Brahmabhuta, or where the first created being, Brahma, lives. The duration of Brahma's life is explained in the Bhagavad Gita that 4,300,000 years multiplied by 1,000 makes 112 hours of that Brahmaloka. Just like there is distinction of the duration of life between the microbes and the human being. Similarly, there are different grades of different duration of life in different stages of the planetary system. So the life is evolving. Now, after the evolutionary process from the lower animals, from the aquatic to plant life, vegetable life, then microbes, reptiles, birds, beasts, then we come to the human form of life, the civilized form of life. Now, here it is just like crossing. Where should we go next life? Whether I shall promote myself to the higher planetary system, or into the spiritual sky, or local, or I shall go down again in the evolutionary process of lower animals. That is to be decided. So we want to go to the higher planetary system, we can go there. If we want to stay here, we can do that. If we want to go down, that we can do. And if we want to go back to Godhead, that also we can do. So this facility is given in this human form of life. Now it is our choice. Where shall I go? Shall I go to hell, or shall I go up to heaven, or shall I go back to Godhead, back to home? Everything we can do. So this Krishna conscious movement is directly approaching the spiritual sky, back to home, back to Godhead. No more evolutionary process. That is the advantage of this Krishna consciousness. If you make your consciousness completely absorbed in Krishna, if you understand what is Krishna, what is your relationship, how you have to act in that relationship, simply if you learn the science in this life, then it is assured by the Lord himself, Krishna, in the Bhagavad Gita, after leaving this body, one does not come back again to this mature world to accept one of the 8,400,000 species of life, but he goes directly to me. And if one can go back there, then he does not come back again in this material world to accept this material body. And material body means three kinds of miseries, and at least threefold miseries are exhibited in four kinds of distresses, namely birth, death, old age, and disease. So this Krishna conscious movement is not a new movement. It is there always in the Vedic scriptures, but people have forgotten. So we are trying to revive that movement, although in India the movement is always there, especially since the last 500 years, introduced by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Srila Prabhupada has come and given us this here amazing knowledge of our different, of our evolutionary process of life. We've been here before. This is not our first birth, nor will it be our last death, providing we don't make the move to go back home, back to God. Because human form of life is considered to be a very rare and special form. Why? Because in this particular form we have the choice to stop this here repetition of dying and being born again, getting old and diseased again. We have a choice to make our life eternal. And even if we're not thinking such high philosophical areas, we have to consider our life. Am I fulfilled my life's ambitions? Am I happy? Am I peaceful? Am my relationships first class? Or are things deteriorating? Am I satisfied in every respect? And any honest person will certainly say they're not satisfied. So where does that satisfaction come from? The satisfaction comes, we understand in the Bhagavad Gita, that it's in our relationship with God. Why did it come? Our relationship with God before through His parts and parcels. That we're part and parcel of the Supreme Lord. Therefore, our satisfaction comes when our relationship is established or reestablished with that Supreme Lord. And Srila Prabhupada, now we didn't know this naturally, but after Prabhupada came and he gave us this here chanting, which revives our relationship with the Supreme Lord, then we can understand a little bit what things as they are. Namely that we have an opportunity to make our lives more beneficial. Not only in this life, but for the next life. And He's elevated us. He's elevated us out of so many abominable conditions of life. And He's given us opportunity to make friends with not just our own kind of people, but with every living entity. By eating this food, you can understand that we're not killing any animals. Therefore, God has introduced us to understanding that our animal friends, they're actually our friends. Therefore, we only serve food that's not to do with the animal kingdom, but we offer all our food to Krishna. He showed us that not only animals are friends, but human beings are also our friends too. Now everyone's fighting with each other all over the world, and in our own families, in our own countries, everyone's fighting. Why is fighting going on? Simply for the same reason, because we forgot our relationship with Krishna. So Srila Prabhupada is showing us how to reestablish our relationship with Krishna. And by watering that relationship, by watering the root of the tree, all other relationships automatically come into accord, or a natural loving relationship. We're not meant to be enemies of each other, we're meant to be friends. So anyone who can understand their situation today can understand that there's something wrong. Now what is wrong is that we've forgotten our relationship with Krishna. So Srila Prabhupada is a real hero. Why is he the hero? Because he's showing us how to reestablish that relationship with Krishna or God. And we're seeing the effect. And the proof of it is right here. You'll see in this park right now that all our friends have been invited. Some are very wealthy, some are very poor. Some are very this way and some are very that way. But you won't find, it's hard to find anywhere in the world have a marriage ceremony where everyone is invited. And that's why Vani and Brahmabhuta are special devotees, because they wanted this. They wanted everyone to participate, not just my religion or my friends or my cousins or my relatives and my in-crowd, but everyone is our friend. Of course, we haven't perfected that to the final degrees, but at least by Prabhupada's grace, we've come to appreciate that everyone is our friend. So this Krishna conscious movement is very wonderful, and very good to try to read the books of Srila Prabhupada, hear the tape, chant Hare Krishna. You'll see that in your life that you'll be elevated above the upatis, the designations of that I'm Jew, I'm Christian, I'm black, or white, I'm rich or poor, or homeless, or this or that, or crazy. We're all none of these things. We're all spirit soul, we're part and parcel of the Supreme Soul, Lord Krishna. And Srila Prabhupada is the hero again. Why? Because he's the one that is inspiring us, because he lives forever in sound. So if we can take advantage of the sound vibration of one of our friends who joining us here. Yeah, come here. Buddy. Come back next time. So if you participate in this here process just a little bit, you'll experience that the elevation will take place automatically. It's not that you have to wear a sari or a dhoti or put tilak on. Just participate in hearing the sound vibration in your home comfortably. Turn on the tape recorder and listen. Pick up a book and read. Or try to chant Hare Krishna. Or come to our temple in New York, or communicate with us. And we could do have different programs where we can come to your house. And many other things we could do to elevate our consciousness. We're not meant to stay in a designated consciousness, nor be unhappy. We're meant to be eternally happy. And Srila Prabhupada is the hero, because he's come as requested by the Lord to come here. Therefore he's Messiah, because he fills the definition of Messiah. He's the liberator and the deliverer. So let us all participate in this Krishna conscious movement under the bona fide representative of Lord Krishna, His divine grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Now Brahmabhuta Prabhu here and Mother Vani is special in my eyes because they're doing something to help each other in their spiritual life. It's not for material gain. To make a lot of money like that, but they both want to go on in their Krishna consciousness, and they both want to do the best thing for themselves, and they feel that they can support each other this way, and encourage each other, and help you all the people in the world realize the importance of this knowledge and how it can uplift us. So this marriage is meant actually to help the world in their understanding of Krishna consciousness, how important it is. So that's what this marriage is all about. So they'll be living happily in Krishna consciousness by distributing this knowledge to all the living entities they come in contact with. So now we're going to start the fire sacrifice. And yeah, you can start. We're going to do the vows first, and then we'll So, Mother Vani's mother, this is Ocean, here to help out in the ceremony. Cleveland, Ohio. And how many feet have to me? Vani, Devi, Dasi.
Vani,
Devi, Dasi.
Devi Dasi
Has been in my charge
has been in my charge
for so long.
for so long,
And now
and now
I'm giving her
I'm giving her
into your care.
into your care.
Do you accept her as your wife?
You accept her as your wife.
Yes.
Yes.
I accept Vani Devi Dasi
I accept Vani Devi Dasi
as my wife,
as my wife,
and I shall take charge of her
and I shall take charge of her
throughout both of our lives.
throughout both of our lives.
We shall live together
We shall live together
peacefully
peacefully
in Krishna consciousness,
in Krishna consciousness,
and there will never be any separation.
and there will never be any separation.
This is to Vani Devi. Will you accept Sriman Brahmabhuta Dasa as your life's companion, serving him always and keeping and help him to execute his Krishna conscious activities?
Yes.
I, Vani Devi Dasi,
I, Vani Devi Dasi,
shall take Sriman Brahmabhuta Dasa, Brahmabhuta Dasa,
I shall take Brahmabhuta Dasa
as my husband
as my husband
throughout my life.
throughout my life.
There shall never be any separation
There shall never be any separation
between us,
between us,
either in happiness and distress.
either in happiness or distress.
I shall serve him always,
I shall serve him always,
and shall live peacefully together
and shall live peacefully together
in Krishna consciousness.
in Krishna consciousness.
Thank you for exchanging for all this time. First, there will be exchange of rings. Hare Krishna. Soul kissing is called soul kissing. You can't see it, but it's happening. It's all spiritual. And just drop you the tie tonight.
No, we do this first. Take your
Now this is hold on one second. I did never broke the tie. The tradition to tie the knot of the dhoti and the sari together. time. China, this mic stay still. Okay, here we go. Let's say the prayers. These prayers are working with different gurus. Krishna, Krishna, help. You can hear me? You ready? Okay. Ajna, Simedandasya, Janandana, Salatya, Jakso, Amritam, Dena, Tasmai, Shri, Gurve, Namaha, Swaha, 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 Shri, Chaitanya, Mano, Vishtam, Sapitam, Jena, Rupale, Swayam, Rupa, Jaya, Maya, Jadasi, Swam, Kadantikam, Swaha, 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 Bande, Shri, Guru, Shri, Yuta, Pada, Kamalam, Shri, Guru, Vaishnavam, Cha, Shri Rupam, Sarvajata, Saha, Sana, Ranatam, Vitam, Tam, Sha, Jivam, Sadvaitam, Prabhupada, Parijana, Sahitam, Krishna, Chaitanya, Deva.